Several days ago, Iranian ballistic forces started targeting the UAE. The Western media is painting a pretty dark picture, and we're getting a lot of messages from our clients about what's happening. So I decided to make a short video to explain what's really going on, how this conflict is going to affect the real estate market, and what property investors should do, starting with the key events of the last few days. So, on February 28th, the US and Israel launched major strikes on Iran.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
Iran responded within hours. It launched the missiles across the Gulf, including toward Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE. The latest information we have at the moment of filming is that the UAE air defenses intercepted 165 missiles and 541 drones. Just to understand the scale, the huge Iran attack towards Israel in April 2024 was roughly 150 missiles and 170 drones. Everyone here is really impressed by the level of the security created by the UAE government. Life continued as usual. Malls are open, food delivery apps are working, restaurants and cafes are open, many people are hanging out outside and living their normal lives. And this brings us to how all these events affect the real estate market. I'll share two positives and two negatives. Positive number one. UAE proved to be one of the, if not the safest place globally. This is surreal. I just told you about the attacks, but during the last few days, the UAE's safety was tested, and the country passed this test at a level that got nothing but the highest respect for the local government. Let's take a step back for a moment and check the statistics. UAE officials confirmed the death of 3 people and 58 minor injuries due to the attacks. Now let me share some numbers for New York. According to the Police Department of New York City, in 2025, there were registered 29,838 felony assaults. That's 82 per day. Now, London. Official sources state 7.3 violence with injury offenses per 1,000 population. That's 64,000 per year, or 177 per day. You have a much higher probability of getting stabbed during a normal day in London than getting hurt during a bad day in Dubai. Safety is one of the big reasons why people move to Dubai. It significantly affects both rental and buying demand. So it's really important that now we have real proof that the city remains super safe even during events like that. Positive number two. Investor sentiment remains strong. Usually you expect investors to stay away from places affected by war activities. But Dubai isn't the usual case. First, clients are still reaching out to us to invest. We're collecting the expressions of interest during the weekend, during the hottest stage. Second, we see additional demand coming from those who want to use this situation to their advantage. We're getting many messages from clients asking if we can finally start getting bigger discounts from developers, or they're wondering if people are finally panic selling good properties. Positive demand dynamics is the illustration of the market strength. Fundamentals remain the same. So for professional investors, investment attractiveness remains the same, and they're looking for opportunities to acquire great assets. Now let's talk about negatives. Our opinion is that all of them might really happen only if the conflict continues for a significant period of time. If it remains short-term, that nothing will really change, and the market traction will remain the same. So now we're talking about potential consequences in a negative scenario of a long conflict. Negative number one. Rising concerns among international investors. Investors, especially those who mostly rely on Western traditional media, may pause their investment activities in the region, at least until the situation clears up. This will mostly affect the off-plan, but off-plan is easy to regulate. If demand drops, developers simply don't launch new projects. This will not lead to a price drop, because developers fully control the off-plan pricing. They will just keep the prices at least at the same level, and they will reduce the number of new projects. The same thing happened before. For example, during 2020, even when the demand significantly decreased, big developers maintained their prices. Negative number two. Slower population growth. Potential expats who were planning to move to Dubai may defer relocation. Now Dubai population grows by 15 to 20,000 people per month. If the situation in the region doesn't improve, this number will go down. It can potentially slow the growth in demand on the secondary market, in both buying and renting. But there are so many units under construction. Does it mean that the market will be oversupplied? No. Firstly, the airports won't be closed forever. New residents inflow will just catch up later. Secondly, if we consider a worst-case scenario, in which transportation and logistics routes are disrupted, we won't see a large increase in supply. Developers would have to delay the construction completion. So the big question is, what should real estate investors do? First, don't panic sell. All the reasons that made Dubai real estate a great investment, they are still in place. But if you're looking to buy and you manage to stumble upon a panic seller, feel free to make an investment. Second, keep focusing on value gap properties. Seek off-plan units priced below comparable ready units. You should always go for them, because even if the situation is really bad, you are still safe. Even if it's a global downturn, your property was initially undervalued, and its price will keep increasing if everything else goes down. So if you're a rational investor and you want to know what data and on-the-ground experience say about Dubai real estate investment opportunities, check out this video.